Good morning, everyone. This is Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. There's some discomfort in the heart this morning that requires some truth need to be spoken. First, I want to clear a little bit since there is a little bit of stress in the heart right now. Organic God, Christus Sophia, Mother, Father, Ark, Organic Archangel Michael, please come in and armor us with your love against all that is not of organic love and light, across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned. Please clear all obstacles for harmonious, permanent physical union, for all true organic twins and their beloveds, across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities, for the highest good of all that is concerned. Transmute, transform, transcend and clear, please. And so it is. Please fill all the empty spaces with that same organic love and light across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned. Thank you. And so it is. Okay, I did a read this morning for myself. You'll see the Sirian Starseed deck out on the table. I'm not going to do my regular read. It is the same type of read, just with my cards that I use for myself. I don't use them for anyone else. But the read that I did this morning applies to everyone, not just for me. There's too many messages coming through. I felt the need to get all these messages out there to you. Also, I want to go through the numbers 1 through 9 so you have an understanding of what they mean, because they were coming up specifically in this read for me to do that. We'll get into today just quickly. Yesterday was the 14th energy. On April 14th, that was the Three of Wands and the Temperance cards. 29 was the day added up, 2911, which is a power number. It's very spiritual. And the Temperance card, the 14th, which is all about patience and balance and kindness. And the 14th's been coming up a lot for me and in the readings for everyone else. 414 had come up yesterday, as well as I woke up at 717 yesterday. Actually, no, I woke up a little bit before 717. And then at 717 was when I felt my butt being touched on both sides. So that was very significant for me, 717. And yesterday came up 910, begin again. I also got the numbers 49, which is the 9 of Cups, which is the Get Your Wish card, and then number 8, which is the Strength card. It's also the Infinity. So there were very strong going forward in balance cards yesterday to get your wish, basically. I ended up being invited by my twin flame friend, who just happened to win a pass to go see Nick Foles of the Eagles. And normally, you know, I'm not much into sports, so it didn't really matter much to me, but I was kind of pushing myself out to do something fun and different with my friend. So we did. We went downtown to meet this NFL player who actually is known for his connection to Jesus. So on our way back from this event, and he was a very nice person. On the way back from this event, the plates we ended up behind were 0008, 0019, which is a significant number for me, 3818, which 38 is my soul number and 18 is my birthday, and then 1717. Those are the plates that we were behind on the way home. And it happened to be at an address of 1801, which is the Moon and the Magician. There's confirmation for that. It was very much like that, the moon being those very feminine energies, but they can be a little murky and dark at the same time, very emotional. And then the magician, you know, going to see a famous athlete. It's that kind of energy. So this comes up because just the day before, and I talked about this in my last video, not attaching yourself to fame for the sake of fame. So this comes up in my read today. So then we'll get into the energies for today. And we're going into the new moon tonight at 9:57 p.m. is the new moon energies. So here we are today. Today is April 15th, 2018. It's Sunday. It's been raining this morning. The 15 is the devil. So it's that energy of a 6, which is love, family, and community. But it's the 5 of conflict and change and excitement and sex, all of those energies on the inside of someone being shown as the magician on the outside, which can be a manipulator. So, but that coming together as a 6. So, you know, it's the shadow side of everyone in love, family, and community coming out. And the day adds up to 30, which is a 3, but it's also the 4 of Wands, which is the Union card. All about home and stability and celebration. There's another confirmation for you. So these numbers are all coming up today. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to get into them in a second just to explain to you what the basic numbers mean and how they're coming up for us today. Let's see. The energy was good for me this morning. Getting up, I am getting into this read. I was definitely getting stress in my heart, okay, and just feeling a little bit of that moving up to the throat, meaning there's something that's heart-based that needs to come out and be spoken. Also in my sand art for the past 2 days, I've been getting the little drummer boy. I keep seeing these mounds of sand, and they were taking me right back to the little drummer boy, and I had forgotten that it was my favorite Christmas show. He was so cute. So I had to look it up, and that comes into the read. So the major arcana for the read that you see in front of you is Higher Self, Tower, Starseed, and Strength. There's 1 wand, 1 cup, 2 swords, and 3 pentacles. And there were 3 kings and 1 page. The little drummer boy. Okay. We have the King of Swords, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles in here, and then the Page of Swords. So when I first started reading this, and it was, I finished this read at 8:58, in case you're interested, and 58 is the 4 of Swords. It's about rest and reflection. I asked myself, how do I feel? And as I closed my eyes and went in to feel, I received a spontaneous release. But I was feeling that heavy heart, and that's when that came up, where we needed to speak some truth. So in my codes that I see, you'll see in my cards in front of you, you'll see the 2 cards where it says, you see the number 2, and then you see the Strength card and the Chariot card and the Judgment card. The 2 is an example of the start of my code. So I go through all of the cards to read through the codes and interpret them. And you'll see that there is an orb above the word 2, showing you the pyramid, because 2 in the foundation with 1 on the top is the pyramid. And then you'll see that in the 6 of Wands, also partially covered up, there's also the 2 wands below and the 1 flame above. In this deck, they're flames as opposed to wands. And you see what's on that card. There's 3 major arcana on this card, which is the Six of Wands, but it's also the number 32. It's that, it's, you know, triumph, success, getting attention, having followers, which is all about that fame and fortune thing, right? So in my coding, I got 2 supports, and specific to me, that me and one of my twin flame friends have 2 supports in our divine partners, supporting one of us, and then that person supporting the other. So I'm getting this pyramid effect again about the 2 supports 1. And also that the twins are becoming higher in their vibration, especially through this next full moon. That you are becoming very strong and to see your own strength. Okay, it's very important. And the triangle is really being emphasized, that you are the pinnacle of the triangle. Use your support. Get really good, solid support before you start anything, but use that support, lean on others. And then, because you are the pinnacle, you need to show the light. You need to show others strength. So at 9:09, and I was thinking about my own twin flame friends and how they relate to me and what different attributes we reflect back and forth to each other. At 9:09, my mail was 3888. Which 8s are very significant for me. My destiny and life lesson numbers are both 8s, and 38's my soul number. And both of my twin flame friends I talk to regularly, well, 2 of the 3 of them are 38 soul numbers. So at 9:14, I get right away the 3 wise men and the little drummer boy. Okay? And this is because of the 3 kings, the 3 wise men, and the page, the little drummer boy. So it was my favorite TV show. He was so cute. And so I looked him up to remember the picture, like what animals he walked with. And it was a sheep and the donkey. But I couldn't remember exactly, so I wanted to find some details about it. And the description reminded me that he was an orphan. And as soon as I saw the picture of him in the cartoon, an orphan, I spontaneously started to cry. And I didn't go into crying, but I definitely welled up. It was spontaneous, coming up from a deep, very deep place and thinking about my divine masculine and seeing him as a little boy. The little drummer boy hated people or humanity. And then he, if you remember, you know, he had his drum, and he had his little lamb friend and his little donkey friend, and they were following the light to see the newborn king. He follows the light to find Christ, literally. So you, as the twins, are the pinnacle flame, as you see in front of you, leading the way for those who can't see. 2 supports for each one. And it was interesting, just then, someone pulled up in front of my house and let out their little boy to run up to my door. And I wasn't sure why, but I had left something out there to throw away or give away. So I was fine with them taking that if that's what they wanted, but I have no idea if that's what they wanted, because he just ran up to the door and kind of looked for a second and then ran back to the car. So I'm not sure if that's what it was, but it was right at that moment talking about the little drummer boy, and here's this little boy running up to my door. So in the cards here, the numerology deck cards are strength and perseverance. And then one of the other underlying energies, was it that? Well, there's the judgment cards in here somewhere, but the strength, perseverance, and call to action came up, and that was at